man. If this don't come on. Hey, y'all. I'm over here trying to get this lighting right for y'all. There we go. Here we go. Go ahead and pin this for you guys. There we go. Okay, I got it all together now. So, hey everybody. My name is Lily. Welcome to the Next Level Podcast. Tonight I will be joined with a very talented, very beautiful, remarkable. She's going to be hopping on here to talk about growing up hip-hop Atlanta, new music, and more. And if you can hear my music in the background, that's her track. It's called Big Rats. And listen, it's a whole bop. Seriously. Like, it's super cute. So definitely go stream her music. Support my girl. If anybody is from Atlanta, she from East Atlanta, so she repping for ATL. And yeah, she's super dope. So can't wait for her to join us. And she's actually here now. Hey sis. So once she send me that request, we gonna go right on live and get this thing popping. So let me see. Thank you, David. You know I try to do what I could do with the face real quick. Let me see. I am ready. There we go. Okay. Should be getting on soon. Y'all hold tight. There she is.
What's it, y'all good people?
How are you?
I'm trying to fix this tripod. I'm always trying to fix the dang on tripod.
It's okay. Before I got on here, my light wasn't working. I was trying to fix my light. Okay, yes, you were in the Christmas spirit. I
ain't got my wig on right now. I got my real hair out today, guys. But
we love. So, welcome everybody to the Next Level Podcast. I'm your host this evening, Lily, and I'm joined by the beautiful, remarkable. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good. I love the holiday season, so I just been in a really good mood just like the past few days, and I'm excited for Christmas. So yeah.
I love it. And you're here in ATL, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope you staying warm because it's got a little cold these past few days.
Because it's been raining. Like last week, we had like a day that was like 72, 73, and then all of a sudden it's like 40 degrees outside. How
I feel is like if it's going to get that cold and it's going to rain, I just want to turn it to snow.
Yeah, and then stay that. So then I know what to wear. It's confusing.
Oh, since we're both in the Christmas spirit, I put on a little dress. They got a bow on it.
That's cute.
We're going to do this icebreaker game. It's called 12 Days of Santa Baby. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask you what Santa Baby will get you for Christmas. The options are going to come from 2 Christmas songs. One, which is Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt. And then the other one is 8 Days of Christmas by Destiny Child. Okay. So pull gifts from their song, and you got to tell us which out of the 2 presents, which one would your Santa Baby get you? Okay?
Okay.
All right, so here we go. On the 12th day of Christmas, did Santa Baby get you a light blue convertible, or did he give you a gift certificate to get your favorite CDs?
I know he will pick the convertible, but I like big trucks, okay? I have a little person syndrome. I'm only 4'11", so the convertible wouldn't be my first choice. I love music, so I want my CDs.
I love that. Yeah, okay, you're shout out to the shorties. I have like 3 friends. They probably like your height, and they're so little. I feel like a giant compared to like, people your height. So that's so funny.
But see, when I'm around tall people, I act like I'm tall. But I know I'm like this the whole time. But
that is so funny. Okay, so the next one, on the 5th day of Christmas, did Santa Baby get you a duplex or poems that he wrote for you?
I'm going to take the duplex. I'm all about owning properties. Give me the duplex. Yes.
The last.
I can't hear you. You cut out. It may be because my dog is barking. Hold on one second.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll set it. You hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
On the 1st day of Christmas, did Santa Baby get you a diamond ring or quality time?
I'm ready to get married. I want that ring. Give me a ring.
I
Anyway.
feel it. Okay, so we're gonna get right into these questions because I know your fans are away.
Of course.
So we know that your father is one of the greatest hip hop legends, of course, Eazy-E. And the new season of Growing Up Hip Hop, Atlanta, is coming up. So what can fans expect to see? And were you hesitant at first about joining this cast?
Oh yes. I don't like reality TV like that. As far as me being a viewer, I like movies. I like maybe docuseries. Of course, our classics like Martin, Fresh Prince, and I love sports. So like, I do watch television, but it's like the reality stuff is at the bottom tier for me. So I never was truly interested in it as a whole, but I figured it's a great way to, have a platform, allow my friends, family, any associates to kind of be put on a platform with me because I'm bringing all my people on with me.
Right.
Um, I was kind of hesitant because I just know that reality TV is kind of not reality, and I'm really real. I'm gonna
Yeah.
always say that I'm 100% real. I keep it 100,
Yeah.
1,000, 1,000,000. So it's just like you don't have that much control like you would think. So it's a little different, but I do appreciate my cast members. I have a lot of good cast members that have always given me good advice, good encouragement. So it is what it is, but I
Yeah.
definitely would see myself acting outside of
Uh-huh.
the reality TV world. I want to be on a TV, but on a bigger scope.
I feel it. Okay. We manifesting that for you. We don't have
Okay.
to do it. Okay, so let me ask you first of all, I was playing Big Rats before you jumped on here, and it's super lit. I love it. I also love
Thank
like
you.
the little cartoon. It was super cute.
Thank
So
you.
did you know that that single was gonna be like a big hit when you did it? No?
No, I didn't even. I I would like to say this. I love all my music, but it's not my favorite song.
Okay.
Um, it's not. It's just because it was made just for fun. It was literally made just for me to have fun with my friends on my birthday. Since we were in quarantine,
Right.
it I could only party with my 10 closest, well 9 closest, including me 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally just made it for them. I made the song maybe a couple hours before me getting up to like start decorating and all that stuff for the sleepover.
Yeah.
So putting Yummy Pearl on there made it better to me because when I played the song, Yummy wasn't on there yet.
Okay.
So her jumping on the song, it did give it that definition that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And the collab with the female artist is so dope. And Yummy Pearl is just an amazing person. So, it made me love the song even more, but people love that song. I have
Yes.
so many songs that's got so much lyrical ability. And this one is so like basic to me.
Yes.
It was only for fun, but
Yes.
it's like, you can't pick and choose. You got to be the artist and let your fans and your supporters love what they want to love. And
Yeah.
that's what it is. So since I seen everybody loving it, I decided to push it,
I
and
feel it. Yeah.
I do it for y'all. So I do this music for y'all. So I got to keep, if y'all like it, I love it.
Yes, girl, it is a bop. I was like, one of my friends, she's getting married, and we'll do like the bachelorette festivities soon or whatever. So I'm like, this song is like perfect for a time like that, when you with your girls and you getting ready, like
Exactly.
all of that. It gives you the vibes you need. So y'all did it with that one for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And obviously your music is doing well. I gotta say congrats because
Thank
last month, ATL's Top 20, they awarded you with your very first award for your music. So what was your reaction when you found out this good news?
I didn't even know. Oh my God. Like I love, they support me so much. I didn't know I was nominated for anything.
Mhm.
All I do is work. That's all
Yeah.
I do. I don't expect anyone to give me or award me with anything.
Mhm.
I love the pats on the back. I love the good jobs. I love those things. So getting a physical award was like, wow. Only awards that I ever got is from school, like
Mhm.
academics, or I was an athlete. So those are my only awards. I never got anything like that.
Yeah.
So that was just, I was like, oh, I got to get more. You know how you get that one thing and you get addicted to it. So now I'm like, oh, I want more. I got to get more.
Yeah.
So now that just pumped me to be like, okay, people watching, people appreciating even more than just, physically saying it. So
Right.
now I got to turn up. Now I got to fill this whole thing up with awards.
No, I feel it. Like, and as an artist, especially as a creative person, you need little victories like that to let you know that like your hard work isn't in vain. Like you said, people are watching you, and it should definitely be that motivation to just keep going for it. So good job, girl. I know it's not easy. I know it's
Yeah,
not.
it's not. It gets tiring, but I'm here. I'm here working.
Yeah. So, although you do have music in your bloodstream, you're still an independent artist. Can
Mhm.
you speak on your struggles of being independent and how you've been able to prevail? Because once again, we
All right.
know it's not easy.
Being a female artist is so hard when it comes down to being independent. It
Hmm.
costs a lot to be in this industry.
Hmm.
But like to get up, get hair, makeup, nails, wardrobe, all that stuff done, that's an expense in itself. And then when you have a passion for this and you really love what you're doing, you want your stuff to look A1. So this costs. It
Yeah.
costs a lot. Like doing music videos costs, recording costs. I'm blessed to have a studio at home so I can do my records here
Hmm.
and I don't have to always go pay for a studio. But it's like everything. You gotta get your music mixed, you gotta get covers made for your music, you gotta push it, you gotta market it. It's like being independent is not easy. So when people
Yeah.
that end up making it and that started off, of course, independent and was putting their own money to it, like they really deserve
Right.
making it, just because I know how much goes into being an independent artist. It ain't easy. It ain't
Mm.
easy, but if you love it, you gonna figure it out.
Right. Right. Super dope. I feel it. I mean, I'm not an artist, but I'm just thinking like even in my industry as a freelance journalist, it's the same thing. You gotta grind. It's like
Hmm.
I gotta be my face. So whether this is a paid
Yeah.
gig or it's just a good opportunity and good exposure, like so it goes in so much into it. But
Hmm.
for you as an independent artist, it reflects through your music, it reflects through your branding. So it's definitely paying off for sure. So you doing it, girl.
I ain't wasting my money. Okay.
Okay, now back in October, you tweeted, y'all gonna start respecting me as a rapper. I really do this shit. This is what you tweeted. Now,
Mhm.
as we close out 2020, do you think people are still asleep on you or do you think you've woken them up a little bit?
They might be catnapping, but they got their eyes open. So I'm not gonna say that they all the way there, but I know people are watching now. Like I definitely think I'm gaining respect that way. People respect me. I'm like I said, I keep it 100 all the time. So I gain respect out the streets from that. Um, and then in my music, I gain respect from that as well. And just how I treat people. I'm very kind to people.
Mhm.
I want to say I'm too trusting. I give people the benefit of the doubt, but I love people. Like I'm a lover.
Right.
So it's like I get that respect, and people always look up to me or they, want to embrace me. But it's more on the, oh, you're remarkable, you a pretty girl, got an Instagram following, or Easy's daughter, or you're on TV. But say the artistry part, because
Right.
that's so important. Because some people will be like, dang, I didn't even know you did music. You fine, you dope. And
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. This other
Right.
stuff is extra. The
Mm.
music is what I've been doing and what I love. So, like that's what I meant. Like y'all gonna stop thinking that I'm just a pretty face or a cute girl
Mhm.
that's cool. Like I'm an artist. Like y'all
Right.
gonna respect that artistry side. So yeah, I definitely think that 2021, it ain't gonna be no questions no more what I do.
I feel it. So, to a young lady out there who's once again an independent artist, very talented, and is new to the game, if you could go back and think like when you first started, what's a piece of advice that you would give this young girl who's trying to follow the same path?
Right. I always say be consistent and be yourself. You have to do your passion as if it's just for yourself. Like you cannot change up who you are, because eventually when you make it, when you get to that point where people are like, I like this, and it's not really you, you're going to be uncomfortable for
Right.
forever. So
Right.
you definitely have to always stick to being you,
Hmm.
and loving yourself through this, through the whole journey, and being consistent with it. I think that was my biggest downfall, and reason why it's taken me a minute. Now I can't judge God's timing, but if I could change anything, I think I would have been more consistent with my music. Again, it ties into the money. Like I was working a regular job. I don't have this daddy's fund, mommy's fund, or a
Hmm.
rich boyfriend that pay for my stuff. Like everything I do is out of my pocket. So I would be
Right.
picking up extra hours at work. But then I got a son, so I got to take care of XYZ, and I take care of my family. And it's like my money had to go to what I considered a priority. And
Hmm.
I wasn't prioritizing music like I should have. But then I realized I have to prioritize my dream and myself. And
Yeah.
once I did that, now I'm making more money than
Right.
I was doing when I was working a job. Not saying I got more money, because all the money going to the music, but I'm making more
Yeah.
money to be able to fund my dreams, and I'm
Right.
living comfortably right now,
Right.
to be able to take care of my family and chase my dreams. So
Yeah.
yeah, being consistent, man. Don't like it's a somebody every day being born and that may have the same dream and they gonna fight. So if you're not
Mhm.
fighting as hard as you can, then somebody gonna come in and swoop that spot up right away. And that's
Facts.
just how I look at it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And you know, like to survive in this industry, the one thing that obviously a lot of us hate is how they try to like pin the female rappers up against each other, or if you
Mm-hmm.
know they don't work together, they got beef or whatever. But nobody
Right.
talks about the importance of male rappers supporting female
Mm-hmm.
rappers, especially up and coming rappers. So, what are your thoughts about that? And I know you have posted like Gucci is one who definitely does that, but obviously we need more who would, you know, be
Yeah.
that, I don't know, olive branch in the industry.
Yeah. I say it starts with us. It does start with the women because I feel like women really control the world. Sorry,
Mhm.
guys.
No, we do.
Um, but we really do. We really set the tone for a lot of things. So I think if we just show that we want to, band together just like they band together, they have no choice but to respect it and support it as well. So then when they see us on bullshit, they can call us on like, hey, we're not doing
Right.
that. So until we get to that point, which I think that we are, I see a lot of women working
Hmm.
together. I think me and Yummy, I think we both, that was our first record like that we both worked with a female artist on.
Okay.
So I really think that this year has been very great for the female artists. We just got to keep doing it. We got
Yeah.
to normalize it and not just be like, oh, it's a female record. Like, no, it's music. So
Right.
I think that narrative has to change some way. And then once we show that we're strong together, I think the men are going to hop on. There's some men that's already hopping on just because they know that it's a money move.
Right. Right.
But I think more men, and I talk about it with my fellow male friends and peers in the music industry, and they be like, well, when y'all, I mean, we don't care if y'all fighting or not, but if y'all cool, then we cool with it. So I just think
Yeah.
that we show that unity, then everybody else is going to respect it. They don't have a choice.
Yeah. I get it. Makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're venturing into directing. How was that experience? Because we know a lot of our artists don't get this opportunity. A lot of things is controlled by other people,
Right.
but you're putting on another hat. And how did you even get into wanting to do this?
Oh, I'm very hands-on. I'm a creative. I call myself an artist, but I'm not just a music artist. I'm a visual artist as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when it comes down to me making my music, I envision my videos or the marketing or whatever behind it, like while I'm recording. When I listen to my beats before I pick my beats out, I envision the story or the whatever it is that I'm putting on that beat. So it all just ties in together, and it's like who's better at making sure the dream comes alive with the song than the person.
Right.
Down the line, I would love to have a creative team that thinks just like me or better than me, that would take over, of course, so that I don't have to do so much. But I love being hands-on. Like
Mm-hmm.
with Big Racks, we shot Big Racks twice.
Okay.
Two totally different concepts. I tried to be open with the first concept and allowed somebody to direct it, and it just didn't come out how I wanted it to come out.
Right.
And I feel like if I don't like something, I just can't give it to you guys half-assed.
Right.
So I had to turn around and spend more money
Yeah.
on another video. But yeah, so it's just like the directing stage for me is something that I've always wanted to do. I was into photography and videography at a young age.
Okay.
I started editing for magazines, and I would edit my own music videos. I just did that. Like I didn't have the money. So I
Right.
said, you ain't got it. You got to figure out how to make it work.
Right.
So that's kind of just how I kind of just self-taught myself, and I start loving it. And
Mm-hmm.
directing is super fun to me. I just directed another video. I asked everyone, what video or what song they want me to do a video for that's old. Because once I drop Big Racks, everybody's like, well, when the next video? We want to see the
Yeah.
next. And I'm like, dang, y'all don't know say how much I just spent on Big Racks.
Yeah.
I can't do it right now. But I was like, okay, I'll give you guys something. I'm not gonna go crazy on the budget for it, but whatever song like that's already been out, what do y'all want me to do a video to? And then they picked Ape Shit, that's produced by 30 Rock, and 30 Rock is the producer of The Box and a whole bunch of other hits. So we just shot that. That
Okay.
should be dropping. It may be this Friday. I don't know. I gotta see. But definitely before Christmas. So we'll be dropping that. But yeah, and I'm directing that as well. So you guys will see
That's
more of that.
dope.
Yeah.
It's funny because another like goal of mine or aspiration of mine is to also direct and write treatments for videos, because I feel like the era that I grew up in, obviously with 106 and Park and TRL, we stayed
Yeah.
on the couch or watching videos. Like you wanted to see who's gonna be in it, what
Yeah.
story they're gonna tell. And sometimes I feel like lately videos kind of lack the creativity.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that don't match like what's going on.
I feel the same way. Like we were the behind the scenes of the videos when they
Yes.
used to play that on MTV and stuff. I was like, oh my god, on BET. I was like, yes, I got to see all that. Like I was so excited to see the music videos and the call in, the vote, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we were so young, I was just like that was part of my
Yes.
childhood. So
Yes.
I do love the fact that that I still want to capture that. And I
Mm-hmm.
love Michael Jackson and his music videos. They are always like mini movies. So
Right.
I'm definitely
Right.
going to start incorporating stuff like that. But yeah, the writing the treatments and like I literally get into detail from the character's
Mm-hmm.
name to the
Yeah.
outfits to all that stuff. So like do it. That
Uh,
it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Hey, we might need to team up. Maybe you can help
but
me with that
look,
treatment.
for sure. I'm like, girl, it's okay after this interview. I'm gonna hit you up. For real.
Right. We can team up. I always need another brain, so there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah.
love it. Okay, so we know 2020, it has been tough in so many ways. Unfortunately, we have witnessed many of our brothers and sisters murdered by the hands of police officers. And you followed in your father's footsteps. You took to the streets and you protested. So, with you raising a Black male of your own, how important was it for you to be out there fighting for what's right? And as a mother, how do you even have these talks with your son?
Yeah. Oh, that question gave me goosebumps. I almost just got tears because it's real.
Yeah.
Um, my son is the reason why I went out there. And not saying, oh, I gotta fight for my son. My son told me, Mommy, get
Oh.
out there. Um, I was contemplating for days. Like, we started protesting in Atlanta, and when we seen it on the news, he seen me like I was just stuck. I was glued. I'm just like, I got to get out there. But my team, my family members, like, it's not safe. For one, we got coronavirus going on. And then for two, people are getting maced, beat,
Right.
jails, all that stuff. And they're like, no, Ree, we know you want to go out there. We know you like, but you can't. Like, you just can't. So I'm just for about 3 days straight, I could not sleep. I was tossing and turning. I wake up in the middle of the night, 4 o'clock in the morning. If I'm not recording or working, like, I was just like, I got to get out there. So one morning, the morning of my first protest that I did, my son was like, Mommy, what's wrong? And I don't mope around. Like I normally have a smile on my face, like, but he could tell, he knows me. So he was
Yeah.
like, Mommy, what's wrong? And I said, nothing. He's like, no, Mommy, something's wrong. And I know what's wrong. And I'm like, what's wrong? Like, who you reading me? Like, who are
Yeah.
you? He was like, you want to go march, don't you? And I'm like, I do, but it's not safe for Mommy. I'm just giving him the parent stuff.
Right, right,
He was
right.
like, Mommy, it is safe. And he's big in religion and God. And so he said, God is going to protect you. And you can bring somebody with you, right? And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Let me see who can come down there with me that's not saying they scared. And I
Right.
ended up having I don't want to say my hood niggas, but I had
Yeah.
all my people come with me to make sure,
Yeah.
like, nothing really, they came with the, with the
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what you need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, he made me go out there because I mean, I had to think about it. Like, I can't tell him to be passionate and follow his dreams and do what he wants to do, and then I don't show him that I'm doing the same thing. So when him telling me that, like, that really forced me to be like, all right, I'm gone. Like, that was it. That's that all. Forget what everybody else said, mama, auntie, grandma. But when Kobe, my son, tells me something, that's my best friend, and I listen to him, and I think that was one of the best decisions that I made this year because
Yeah.
it put me in a different mental space for the rest of my life, and I really appreciate the experiences that I had, and then being able to talk to him. Then he wants to go protest, so I did end up taking him to a smaller protest, and he got to speak, and
Oh,
that empowered him, and I'm biracial, so
okay.
when it comes down to the race wars that we have, my son doesn't really see it that much because he has family members that are white, well, Italian. but he has family members that are white, and they're kind to him. They don't judge him. They don't, you know, they don't treat him that way. So he would never understand when it does happen, because it probably will happen. Why is another race not liking me just because of this? So having to break that down to him when he doesn't experience those things as of yet is difficult, because he doesn't have understanding. He doesn't know. You can tell a kid that stove is hot, don't touch it, and they touch it, it's hot, and it's understanding. But to tell them like someone doesn't like you for XYZ, that is hard. So what I do, instead of saying, you know, it's just strictly hate, I tell him how much he's loved, how he's a king, and some people may not like that. Some people may not like that you come from royalty, because that's why we are treated the way that we are, because of our real background. So instead of me just educating him on the bad things, I have to educate him on what his real roots are and where he really comes. So then he understands, if someone doesn't like you, then that's their problem, because you're going to always be good in your heart and treat everybody fairly. So if they don't like you, then it's a problem, whatever race they are. So, you know, it's a lot of education that I got to do, because my baby is my world, and I would light this bitch up if something ever happens to him. But yeah, so I just, you know, to educate them to move a certain way just because of the color of their skin, it's hard as a mom, as a parent, as a person. So, you know, it's an everyday teaching, definitely.
For sure, for sure. And I saw pictures of your little boy. He is so cute. And it's so funny. I'm always like, oh, I hope my first child is a son, and I want a boy.
Yeah.
And stuff like this happens, and I'm like, oh, but see, this is just so hard. It's so difficult to raise Black men in America, which it shouldn't be. But salute to all you mothers out there doing it.
Thank you.
Y'all are doing the damn thing, okay? So what do you think? You said protesting, you're glad that you did that, but do you have another lesson that you've learned in 2020 that has impacted your life in such a different way?
COVID made everybody sit down. And we just had this discussion, I think yesterday, as far as like what has COVID taught you. And I heard a lot of people be able to speak on it on Clubhouse. And they were just saying, you know, appreciate the family, appreciate time, things like that. And I'm the opposite. On a regular, I'm always appreciating my family and friends and my team. I'm always overdoing, but I'm never overdoing for myself or doing for myself. So COVID allowed me to do for me. And I think that's why Big Racks did well. And that's why I'm getting these different opportunities, because I started to love me even more and look out for myself, because I'm always focused on everybody else. So I can say that self-love is the best love, because then you can love people even more when yourself is 100% taken care of. So I think that was my biggest lesson for this year when it comes down to like what happened with COVID. I hate what happened, but you got to kind of find the positive in everything. That's how I survived. Growing up, I didn't have a easy life. So me always looking for the positive out of things kind of helped me just keep going and understanding my path that God's given me. So now that I know to love myself even more and take care of myself, it's just been a big benefit.
That's good. I love that. I could attest to the same thing. I'm always was working too much, working all the time, doing so much for everybody and their mama, and it came to myself, and I wasn't doing enough. Yes, y'all. Self-love is definitely the best love. So we're about to go into 2021. Tell everybody what you got coming up next, how we can stay, you know, in touch with you, support you, all that good stuff.
Got you. I've been battling between dropping an EP, dropping singles. But regardless, y'all gonna get new music, new visuals. If God allows us to be able to start back performing, that'll come too. So I definitely want to start reaching my fans with performances and be able to do my meet and greets, because I get DMs all the time like, I just want to meet you, and I would love to. So that's coming. We're airing the new season of Grown Up Hip Hop on January 7th. So that's coming. Collaborations with other artists that people are asking me to collaborate with. That's coming. I don't know. I have so many ideas, and I'm executing them. The first 6 months, y'all gonna be like, dang, she ain't sitting down. Like first quarter, I say this all the time, like me and my team, we're treating this fourth quarter, like it's first quarter. So our first quarter really gonna be our second quarter, because we finna be
Yep.
jab and everything. But so yeah, I mean, you guys can always follow me on all my social media platforms at I am Remarkable. Some things say just Remarkable. Clubhouse Remarkable, Facebook Remarkable, but Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, I am Remarkable.
Okay.
And then of course start subscribing to the YouTube page. I just started getting onto YouTube like kind of heavy now. But I do want to start connecting more and letting people see my inside of my life on a day-to-day. It's crazy. I don't even really get to post like that on Instagram. I try
Yeah.
so bad to create the content,
Yeah.
but my life is so retarded. Like when it comes down to, I'm goofy, so it's always some crazy stuff going on, but I don't get to capture it because I be so in the essence of just
In the
being,
moment, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to do better so you guys can really see what's going on with me. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just turning everything up times 10. Because it's worth it for y'all.
Oh, well, yay. Well, I'm so happy for you.
Thank
You're
you.
beautiful, beautiful inside
Thank
and out. I
you.
could tell you have a beautiful spirit. So keep up the good work, keep persevering, doing your thing.
Right.
And everybody, stream her music, follow her, support her, tune into the show, get those ratings up. And thank you so much for joining us. This is a lot of fun.
Thank you for
Happy
having me. I love
holidays.
your questions and you did your research. Look, I love a good journalist. Okay, you
Oh,
fine.
thank you.
Okay, so thank you for making my
Thank
job easy.
you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And take care, girl. And I will be in touch, okay?
Okay, thank you. I
All right.
appreciate you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All righty. So that was the last interview for this year with the Next Level Podcast. As always, thank you guys for supporting us, for tuning in. You know how this goes. If you have any artists or anyone out there that you want us to talk to, send us a DM. We'll try to book them. And we really appreciate the support. Had a great year. We did our thing. We talked to some amazing people. So shout out to Ebony, shout out to Bonnie, shout out to Emma, shout out to Naya, like everybody who put this together and everybody who supported us. We really appreciate it. So I'm about to head out. Happy holidays. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe and take care.